Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to iTouch App Reviewers. In this video, we are going to be going over the Pro Display XDR by Apple and who it is for. First off, I want to say this is a very expensive display. If you're watching this video thinking it's going to be a $500 to $2,000 display, please leave the video. This is a very expensive display. Like I said, it's about $5,000. And the stand that goes with it, as controversial as it is $1,000. But anyways, let's take a look at this display on Apple's website and talk about it a little bit, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about this display. So this is a 32-inch 6K display, and as you can see right here, up to 1600 nits of brightness. Now I think it can do sustained 1000 nits of brightness for indefinitely. That's what they kind of touted at the keynote, which in itself is crazy and definitely something that a lot of pro consumers are going to want. It's also got an astonishing 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio, which is crazy for an LCD. This is not an OLED display. This is a very custom built display by Apple, manipulates light in such a way that this thing looks amazing. Obviously, 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio is great. Over 1 billion colors presented with exceptional accuracy and dynamic range that transforms a professional workflow. Obviously, these are Apple's words, not mine. I have not used this. I have not seen it in person. You guys can see here that they have put that Mac Pro-esque design on the back of this for cooling, because this thing needs to cool a lot. Because when you're working with 1000 nits or even 1600 nits of brightness, this thing uses a ton of power and obviously outputs a ton of heat. This design is a must. It has to be able to dissipate that heat, or else it'll just overheat and obviously turn off. All you need is one of these plugs. You just plug it in, and that is all it takes to power it. There is no huge power brick like a lot of other displays have. It's all built in as far as I'm concerned. Here is the stand with it. This is the display itself. It is, I think, an inch thick or a little less than an inch, which is super impressive. Now it's XDR because it's extreme dynamic range. So as you can see, 1000 nits full sustained brightness, 1600 nits peak brightness, and 1000:1 contrast ratio, 10-bit color depth with a P3 wide color gamut, which is obviously a must these days. And I don't know exactly how they've done it, but typically with LCD displays and LED technology, when you are putting a very bright image next to a very dark image, you'll get some ghosting or kind of a grayish in between. Somehow Apple has figured out a way to design this thing so that that doesn't happen. Now I can't explain it. The way they explained it was super technical, like at the event, and I didn't understand half of it, but they've got these incredibly bright LEDs in the back that just go through all of these different filters basically to give you a really nice image. And you're thinking, well, $6,000, that's a lot of money for a display, or $5,000 if you don't want the stand. And yeah, it is, but a lot of the Hollywood reference monitors that this is sort of competing with in a way are like $30,000, $40,000. So for $6,000 or $5,000, this seems kind of like a deal. It's obviously got a super wide viewing angle, as you can imagine from the price. And it's got this nano texture glass that gets rid of a lot of the glare. And here's just a representation of 4K, 5K, and 6K. So you guys can see you can work with full 4K imagery right here while you're working on a 6K display, which is, it gives you full frame right there. Pros are going to absolutely love this. 218 ppi Retina 6K display is just a beautiful, beautiful display. Each of the display's 576 LEDs is also individually calibrated and has its light profile stored. An algorithm then uses this information to determine the exact light intensity at which each LED should be modulated to produce the best possible image. That is crazy, and that's definitely something that professionals want. This is not something that an average consumer is just going to want on their desk. I mean, you might want it, but you definitely don't need it. Now, if you get the Pro stand, you can actually modulate this in portrait mode or landscape mode, and obviously it can be moved and articulated in almost any way. And of course, you better be able to for $1,000. But $1,000 for the stand is not as bad as people are making it out to be for some reason, especially if you're a professional. That's not much. A lot of the other stands are upwards of $3,000 or $4,000 for different monitors. So if you want to pair the Mac Pro with this new display, with the stand and everything, the minimum you're going to be getting in here at is 12 grand, which is a lot of money. So be prepared to open up your wallet if you want to get this. But overall, this is a great display, and I don't think it's something for the average consumer, but professionals will absolutely love this for video creation. Even YouTubers themselves who want very color accurate displays when they're editing, they're gonna love this. So that's all I got for this video, guys. If you liked it, hit it with a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.